Okay.
You're gonna have this ready by next year?
Yes.
I don't know how many teams from the open qualifiers get into the cup. So how many from NA make it into this cup? Is all of this NA?
Performance development. Now, they do not mention in this how many partners there will be.
So how do we explain our very simple, super intuitive system?
Hi, I'm Bill.
And I'm Ohm from the VCT.
When we were planning 2027,
Regional integration into
points will accumulate across
formats and qualifier pathways.
synergy.
No, nope. This is not gonna cut it. Let's try this again. Is everything really a tournament?
Everything is really a tournament.
Okay. Well, how many partner teams?
We're gonna have 8 partner teams per region.
What? How'd you get to that number?
We knew if the system was going to create the impacts fans wanted,
Open teams needed a real shot, not just a token slot.
8 partner teams gives us enough room to bring at least 4 open teams into every major event.
While still keeping the meaningful financial support and competitive opportunities for everybody involved.
It was a deliberate choice.
Fewer permanent slots, but more opportunities earned through play.
Okay. How does this season begin?
We start the year with the triple elimination kickoff.
The only tournament that's gonna guarantee slots for all the partner teams.
Wait, partners don't get automatic qualifications into cups?
Nope. Partners who perform poorly are gonna have to fight through opens just like everybody else.
What's an open?
The qualifiers leading up to cups. Opens to cups, cups to masters and champions.
And thousands of teams across 14 regions are gonna duke it out.
14?
North America, Latin America North, Latin America South, Brazil, Europe, Turkey, MENA, South Korea, Japan, Thailand, Indonesia, Vietnam, and the rest of Southeast Asia, including but not limited to Philippines, Malaysia, Singapore, and China. The competitive structures described herein are based on Riot Games' current assessment of ecosystem needs and are subject to continued monitoring, iterative refinement, and adjustment as further information becomes available. Folks, we're still building this.
Once we get to the cups, it's the VCT at its very best. The best partners facing off against the best open teams in new cities that you've always wanted us to visit. You'll get to see Aspas versus the up-and-coming rookie, with the whole thing concluding in a hype weekend event.
Okay. And if I make it all the way to a Masters, do I have to start all over again afterwards in the next cycle of open qualifiers?
No, Masters teams will have advanced placement into the later stages of OQ playoffs.
That's actually starting to sound pretty good. How much can non-partner teams stand to make if they do well? Walk me through that. We're moving to a predictable payment model based on how far an open team gets in each stage. Qualify for a cup, that's 100K. Make Masters, 200K. Champions, 400K. Fixed payouts. And then pricing on top of that. And some extra incentives too. Like, if any team qualifies for Game Changers Championship, that's another 100K in the bank. Best answer I've gotten yet. So, if you're good enough, you can go from open bracket to global events, get the spotlight and the bag?
Yeah, exactly. Open teams can qualify for everything. Partner teams start with a leg up, yes, but they have to perform to keep it. And every match matters.
Wait, where are we actually taking these events?